way from Miami, Florida. Put your hands together for my main man, Just Jay.
What's up, everybody? How the fuck are you? I am Just Jay. I'm 44 years old, and if I look like I've been to prison, it's because I have. But they let me go. I'm gonna fuck y'all right here. I'm gonna say something some of y'all gonna find controversial, some of y'all gonna find offensive, but all of y'all gonna know is 100% true. Everything tastes better on crack. I'm gonna circle back to that. Since the start of the year, I have performed in Greensboro, Charlotte, Atlanta, Columbia, Nashville, Knoxville, Miami. I ended up in a relationship in Miami. I swear I just went there for the vagina. Oh, I will let you know it's the best relationship I have ever had. But you should know that she's working with in Miami. She's still in prison, but she's got a phone and she has a job. And it's a great relationship because we almost never argue. And when we do, they're always short on the phone and I just hang up. And every time we see each other, the only thing we're doing is fucking. We only get 40 minutes, but we fuck the whole 40 minutes. And I think that's why people can't find love nowadays. Love ain't in the head, it ain't in the heart, it ain't all the gifts and shit like that. I know you remember your first love. And I know how you remember how it felt when you lost it. Because you felt it in your dick and your vagina. Straight up. Man, back in the day, a man didn't have a huge selection. He didn't get a whole lot of women to choose from. If he found a girl that would crack them legs open for him, he had to drop that dick like a 10-pound hammer. He had to make sure that was a dick she never forgot or ran away from. True story. Hey, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I am one of the best wingmen on the planet. Straight up. Because I look like this. And I ain't got no problem with picking up the big one. I don't have no problem with picking up the big one. And I know ugly chicks got good pussy. I am cool with a big one on a long night because big girls will let you fuck. I ain't just talking about regular sex, and I ain't talking about experimenting. Because a big girl ain't got a whole lot of range or mobility, so she ain't doing a whole lot of experimenting. But she gonna let you get back there and beat that pussy up. And straight up, you're never gonna hear a big girl say, "Stop, I feel it in my stomach." No, because that's where they put everything they love. Hey, I see a lot of women in here today. How many people in here believe that every woman in the world is beautiful? That's a lot. I'm going to disagree with all of y'all, and I'm going to tell you why. I shop at Walmart. There is no place on planet Earth where you can find more ugly bitches under one roof, I promise you. And I know you see them busty bitches sashaying in them little tiny Hulk Thompson low-riding jeans they know they shouldn't be wearing. Looking like they got a roadmap of Georgia tattooed to their hip. Catch them over in the meat aisle posing for selfies looking like a can of biscuits that are popped open. Them fine bitches ain't much better. Y'all got the most valuable poker chip in the game right now, and all you want to do is sit on it, talk shit from it. I'm gonna tell you straight up, a pussy that don't get used ain't worth that much. We don't know what it can do. That pussy ain't doing nothing but collecting sweat and piss all day long. And when some other guy finally cracked the code on those panties, the only thing he finds is a pretty pussy that smells like an armpit somebody done peed on. And so I'm gonna hit y'all with a double whammy right here. So I was in Gastonia at Walmart. If you've never been, don't. I'm coming out and there's a crowd of like 5 or 6 people coming behind me. It looks like I'm leading them to the Special Olympics. There's 2 cars behind me and there's one lone white car in front of us headed this way. Now, I knew we were going the right direction from the way that the parking spaces were going and the big, huge white arrow that was on the concrete. Obviously, driver coming didn't know this, so they just kept going. They were going to push their way through it. Now, I identify as a cracker. We are not the same. But sometimes I have those moments and it gets the best of me. I slid up on this drive side window and I said, "Excuse me, you're going the wrong way." She says, "How do you know I'm going the wrong way?" I pointed at the arrow. She said, "Oh, you're one of them smart-ass crackers, aren't you?" She was clearly a black woman. I could see it in her face. And I said, "Ma'am, there are worser things to be called. I will remind you that everything tastes better on a cracker." She didn't stop. And so I'm amazed at the number of people that see this and see customer service or therapists. I had a random dude just walk up to me in a gas station and said, "I'm a little fucked up right now. My girlfriend just left me and she already hooked up with one of my homeboys." I said, "Bruh, I'm bald, but I'm not Dr. Phil, bro." I said, "It's 2023. You can't lose your guy or your girl. Just your turn." Turns out it was your homeboy's turn next. And what about the people who interrupt your conversation just to tell you how offended they were when they were eavesdropping? Yeah, I'm talking to a girl on the phone, conversation talking about a date, and I'm telling her, "Man, it's getting increasingly hard to find a piece of pussy that's not attached to a cunt around here." Oh man, as soon as I said that, I heard a woman's voice yell out, "You should never say anything about anybody like that in public. It's negative." At first I thought it was coming from the intercom, so I was like, "Excuse me? Who you talking to?" The woman went out over and said, "I'm talking to you." I said, "Oh, ma'am, I actually don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you find offensive when you're eavesdropping on my conversation. But if I'm being honest, that's not a negative word at all. That is a great word. I wish I had a word just like it that worked on stacks of cash and Lamborghinis." She said, "What's that supposed to be?" I said, "Simple, ma'am. I said the word cunt one time and one magically appeared when I opened." If I had a word like that to work for stacks of cash and Lamborghinis, the world would never see Jay again. I promise you. I'm gonna close it up on this. You feel that? Yep. So I'm 44. I spent almost 23 years of my life in prison. 41 years of that I spent in Florida. One of the weirdest things I have become accustomed to since I left Florida was the number of black women that I talk to. Y'all laugh. You laugh. I promise you, 41 years in Florida, the only black women that ever talked to me were prison guards and my first grade teacher. Wow. I promise you, none of them liked me. But as soon as I left Florida, that changed. I was coming out, my first week up here, I was coming out in QT over on Graham, and I see this couple walking up. And the girl, she's chewing me up with her eyeballs. I had never had a black woman look at me like that before. And her dude catch her looking at me and asks me, what am I looking at? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm old school. I believe if it's your bitch on deck, it's your bitch you check. You dig it? So I told him, she know? He go, what's she know? I said, come on, bro, it's 2023. You know, the world knows, everybody in Mirage knows that everything tastes better on cracker. I'm just saying, man.
And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby.
Oh shit.